I mean, that's even a problem for me sometimes. I mean, I've been down 8 times and seen very, very, very little progress. The biggest change that I've seen is that from the first trip, the houses that were lying all over the place have been cleaned up. But that really kind of just creates an illusion of progress, because someone who hasn't been there before to see that will go to the lower Ninth Ward and say, oh, you know, it looks okay, not knowing that there should be 12 houses in an area that's completely grass now, you know, per block. So, you know, it is demoralizing to see that 3 years later, very little has been done in these neighborhoods. But I mean, personally, every time I speak to a resident and just like communicate with them on a personal level, it changes me, and it gives me that motivation to keep going. And you know, every time we rebuild a house and get one more family home, that's really rejuvenating. And what's really been powerful has been the energy that's come from the groups when we get back to New York City, because you know, when we're here, everybody wants to stay involved because they realize that we're dealing with the same issues in New Orleans that we are in New York. We just haven't had a hurricane yet to expose those problems in New York. So, you know, everybody comes to all, you know, the meetings, and they want to help and they want to stay involved. And, you know, one of our probably biggest problem right now is that we don't have enough things to do to provide work for all of the students that want to stay involved, you know, which is a great problem to have. And, you know, we're working on it, and but it, you know, it's a sign that we're doing something right. And, you know, people do get, you know, do lose motivation in New Orleans at times, but usually day by day when things go bad, when we sit down in a debrief, you know, even if it's half the group is feeling like shit and half the group is feeling great, once we all come together, that energy is shared. So no one's ever in their own little bubble of confusion and sorrow and despair or whatever, because they're always, you know, brought back to the whole group, and they get to express those feelings and bounce ideas off of other people. And by the end of every debrief, like, everybody is uplifted to a much more powerful and more hopeful place by the end of every meeting that we have.